Hello, everyone, and welcome to another post-unboxing video I'll be doing here today. Before I get to the actual bricks and boosters I got, we're going to start with a miniature I ordered separately. This is the Adult Remoraz from the Mad Mage booster. I didn't get him my first brick I opened, so I kind of found someone online selling it for pretty cheap, so I happened to snag this bad boy. Really awesome detail here. I do like this Adult Remoraz. Really cool. Really awesome mini just to have for, encounters like that. Really cool. Just want to give him a quick shout out, like a little bit of love there. So we're gonna start bringing up some minis. I did get two boosters from the Waterdeep Dungeons of the Mad Mage, and it was also from a brick of Tomb of Annihilation. So we're gonna just start bringing up minis here. So first off is from the Tomb of Annihilation. One of the big guys I got was the Nightcloth, and this is the Axe variant. So there's Nightcloth 32A. This is the Metal Axe variant. Really nice mini here. Yeah, really cool mini. I like the sculpting, all that very simple, but simplicity can make things really good. Another from the Tomb of Annihilation, I had a dupe, which is one I ordered separately, but it is the Man Trap. So nothing wrong with getting multiple Man Traps. They're very useful. Nice little surprises for your group. Maybe they come across the whole field of them, and they just catch everyone, so time for them to start making them saves, Later. So here we're going to have our first of the dupes from the Mad Mage. Of the big guys, one of the second dupe, I guess, would be the Zombie Beholder. I did happen to get another of these guys. Like I said, really do love the floating thing they're doing now with this nice solid piece here. Makes it feel more solid. But, not a bad dupe to get. I mean, another Zombie Beholder is not a bad thing. And let's see. Next up, we have one I didn't know was in Tomb of Annihilation, the Marrow, or the Evil Merfolk, which they get bigger and stronger, I guess. And I think I got the 26A 45. This is the thing they called Anchor variety or Hook variety. Pretty cool, though. I mean, not bad. Nice water effect. Really cool mini. Another I got from that set for a big one of the Tomb of Annihilation was the Dow, and this is the rock variety. I know there is one that has a hammer out there. This is 28.5B of 45, and these are nice little, basically earth genies who can probably summon earth elementals and things like that to fight your group if they hate you or if you're working for one. Then we got another guy I already have, which is the Terrafolk, but you know what? They're maybe not such a bad thing to get a bunch of. I mean, whether they're like a true sentient race or more like animals just with really developed legs for walking, I mean, I don't know. Really useful, though, for a campaign. If you want to throw a weird type of sentient species. Next up, we got another mini I do already have one of. It is the Gorallin. Surprisingly, the one I have is a little better painted than this one, but I mean, not a bad mini for a creature of the woods. And, you fight a group of these guys, they're pretty strong and aggressive, so they'll put your party through the paces there. We also, you guys may notice I'm going with the big guys first because I feel like it. Next up, we have the Commandant. Did I say it right? Yeah, Commandant, I said it right for once. 27 out of 45. This is another replica I have. He's actually a little bit more yellow than mine. Mine, first one I ever got of this guy was a little bit more on the grayer side. He's got a little bit of a yellow tint to him, which I don't have an issue with. Makes him a little different. I mean, I like the snakes in this one too. They're a little bit more vibrant green, which is more lively. Really nice. Aggressive, like a leopard merger monstrosity. And we're down to the last two big guys as far as I know of. So first, we're going to go with probably my best from the Tomb of Annihilation brick I got, which is the Mariloth, which was 41 out of 45. Really cool mini. I mean, nice to get the D&D version of the Mariloth. I have a Reaper version, but now I got a nice D&D. Sword's a little bent here, but, a little hot water, a little, steaming water and some cold water will fix that one blade. I mean, all the other blades are nice and straight, though, so, just one little fix. It's got the nice yellowish tone there for, like, a snake person. Really cool. Didn't even think I was going to get her, but that was a nice surprise. And then the last one from the Mad Mage, which is a new one for me. Thank goodness I at least got one thing that wasn't the same. We have this bad boy right here with these nice fire effects. As you can see, nice translucent fireballs and stuff. It is Trobriand or something like that. 41 out of 44. I'm not really sure what this is. I don't have the Mad Mage book to look it up. But, you know, nice translucency fire and stuff like that. Really cool mini. Be nice, like, maybe a version of maybe if it has to stand in for, like, an iron golem with, like, a fireball effect instead of, like, you know, make it a little different, make it more terrifying to your party. Or even turn into, like, a suit of armor for some character to wear. I didn't think of that till now, but, yeah. So now we're down to the smaller guys. These are all the regular the medium size and smaller minis. We have an orc, just a simple orc. This is the B variety, so 8B. Nice little red cloth there. Nice big old. I want to call it like a machete, but big old Bowie knife style with a nice little knuckle spikes on there. Pretty nice paint job for a savage orc. Next up, we have one that I already have, which is Ashara. 23 out of 45. Like I said, really do like his flight effect because it's a little bit stronger than that stick stuff. But yeah, I mean, I got a second of him, so maybe I'll paint this one a different color or some stuff. I don't know, and make him different. Maybe I'll paint like his pants a different color and his wings, give him like maybe like a falcon look or something. Tons of birds of prey out there to choose from there, croakers. Another one we got here is the skeleton key. Skeleton key. This is the cross key, or the plus key, as some people call it. I know that. Really nice little mini here. He's very white, unlike the other one I got. When I last time got a skeleton key, he's very white, so I might give him maybe a little wash paint up to make him a little darker, help pop his details a little more, because he's kind of white, really, really whited out. Like it's really white, like it's throwing off his balance there. Here's a new one from the Mad Mage, the Necromancer. The nice little crystal ball there, nice little translucency. It's got like a little spell effect here. I'm guessing that might be like, you know, like summon the dead, you know, type of shit. Nice bald guy. Got some type of little symbol on his head there. Very nice mini. Nice sculpt, nice paint job. Have nothing really wrong with him. I did get another repeat, which is the Shadow. Translucent Shadows. Which I do like them. They are pretty cool. It's a nice shadow. I've seen older Shadow minis. This one's definitely a cool one. I wish it wasn't so back heavy because when you set them down like that, it falls over. A little back heavy, but you know, I mean, you have to maybe glue some type of little rock or something there and make them off the weight. This is a new one. This is the Human Paladin of the Oath of Vengeance. I don't know if it's like in the veteran class, but you know, nice paladin here. I wish he had a shield. He or she. I don't really know which. Doesn't really. I think it's a she. Hair and stuff. I think it's she. It's really pink skin, as you can see there. So maybe if you had to, she could stand in for a tiefling, just a very humanoid-looking tiefling with that very pinky skin, which is a little different, but you know, I'm not going to argue with the sculptors. Next up, we got a zombie. It is the Cholton zombie. So this would be probably what the Necromancer would be summoning to fight you. Some zombie like this. I mean, some really zombie with a nice bling on him too, as you can see. There's a bit of bling. Zombie blinging. And then we have Valindra's Shadow Mantle. Nice sort of mage-ish summoner. She's got like some facial detail in there, but not a lot. It's okay, but yeah, nice little sorcerer. You can use her for a mage of some sort. Maybe like just be another necromancer, maybe a lower class or something. Here's one I was kind of actually sort of cool to get, the Eldani. This is the Trident variant. I do have the regular Eldani, but I don't have the Trident variant, so not a repeat, but, you know, a nice little creature all the same. If you want to have lobster people invade a random city because they just don't get along, and your group has to either kill one or the other, or maybe they got to bring them together. Here's what I was actually kind of wanting from this. The Duodrome. I do have Pentadromes, so now I have, like, you know, their subordinates, which are the Duodrones here. Really nice. I mean, I already have a Quadrone as well. I don't have a Tridrone and Monodrone. Those are the ones I don't have yet. At some point, I might snag those from somewhere. Next up, we have a very common mini. This one I've seen a lot is the Sioux Monster, which I kind of like just call it the Monkey Man because, as you can see, it's just like a monkey man, literally, like it's nothing different. Very, I mean, nice sculpt though. I mean, nice sculpt for a monkey man. Maybe it's like a monkey goblin or something. You know, maybe you could have it hang out with goblins because maybe it has a similar lifestyle. Next up, we have Artis Kimber. Artis Kimber. Some type of rogue, or sorry, I mean a ranger. He's not too bad in his facial paint job for, you know, that. I mean, he's a little bit muddied, as you can see there in his paint job. Like the black up there is a little bit mixed in with the greens there. The grays and greens kind of merge a little too much, but you know what? I mean, not bad for a quick ranger. He's got the arrow there. It feels pretty solid though, unlike most rangers, they put arrows on it. They feel flimsy. His bow things, you know, nice recurve bow there. Nice little PC to NPC. We just will get more of those. And then we got another dupe, which was another of the Sioux monster, so another monkey man. I mean, if you want to have party attacked by a pair of those bad boys, and I got a group of them. And another dupe, which ironically didn't bring up the dupes. We have another of the Dark Mantle girl again. Her speaks. If I do notice, her staff is a little bit nicer on this one here to the right than that one. See, it's a little bit more cleaner. I mean, I guess if you're looking for a cleaner mini, her facial features on this one here are a little better. So she's definitely my one I wouldn't paint. If I wanted to retouch them up, make them different, this one I definitely wouldn't have an issue probably changing up her cloak color or something like that. Because she's very similar, but her sculpting is a little bit off to me. Like, it's not the same. Put the Eldani on the water effect there. Seems like that's where his species would hang out. Next up, we have the one I wish it wasn't invisible, but it isn't invisible. It is the Coatl. Now, this is the D&D Coatl, not the Pathfinders. I do have a Pathfinder Coatl, which is a large, and this is the D&D, which is a medium. Now, honestly, if you compare this to a mini, it should be a large, but I think it's because in D&D, you always see the Coatls coiled up, so they put them as a medium creature. I really would have preferred them to be a large creature like they are in Pathfinder, so I give that little edge to Pathfinder. It is a nice sculpt, though, very nice. It does show off the beauty of the Coatls here. That's why I like this Tumenation Coatl mini. It's really cool. But Coatls probably do have the ability to turn invisible, so it's not like it's unusual to have an invisible Coatl mini. Next, we're bringing up another mini I already have, but not a problem to get more of. The Yanti... I dropped him. The Yanti Broodguard. Nice little serpentine tongue there going on. Aggressive little critter. Really do like him, though. I do like the Broodguards. You know, I have Yanti minis, so, you know, having more of Yantis is not a bad thing, since they are a sort of a hard thing to come by. I don't see a lot of people coming around with Yanti minis in their campaigns because they just don't have the minis for them. Let's see. Oh, here's one. We have a sorcerer of the woods, probably a druid if he was... I mean, you want to throw him out. You could have made him a wizard, but I feel more as a druid because of staff and stuff. We have Kawashu, or Kawasha. This nice little staff there. It looks like a root ball at the end. They're kind of going, but like it's a stone. Really cool dude. I mean, nice sculpt on him. Not bad. Another NPC for the group, or PC. Which is always great with these characters. They're really useful, very versatile. Next up, we have the Batiri Goblin. So this is the goblin that has that cow skull or something on its head. I think it's a skull. I could be wrong. I've seen two versions of this goblin. One with and without the skull head, so... Nice big little spear, mini spear there, a dagger. More like a... Looks... I mean, I know it's going to sound a little weird, but it looks kind of like a kunai in his hand. You know. Oh, we got this guy who I don't... Not 100% sure of. We have... Let me say his name. Minsk and Boo. Very cool looking big guy here. Like with a sword. He got some nice little armored leggings there. Nice tunic. And as you can see here, he's got something on his shoulder. It looks like a rodent. So maybe he has a pet. Now that I look at it from the light, it does kind of look like a rodent. The rodentia. Yeah, pretty nice mini though. Nice rodent mini character. Maybe he could be I guess you could honestly make him a ranger with an animal companion, or maybe just a companion character where he has a pet rat. Or something like that. You know, adds different seed to the creatures. Next up, we have the Vegapygmy. I don't know if I said it right. Vegapygmy. Nice little pygmy guy with his little spear here. Or staff. Yeah, it's a spear, I think. Nice little pygmy guy. I know there's a Vegapygmy chief. I think my bro got that one when he opened his brick, because we both opened one. Okay, here's the other Batari Goblin. Unlike the other Goblin, though, this one does not have a white head on him. He's just a regular headed goblin with a longer head. If we can get them both here for comparison, you can see one with that really whiter head. I don't know if maybe it was a normal thing. They They have different numbers, so they're definitely a different mini, but I think it's like one of those ones that instead of varianting, they just decide to go, they're a separate character. And I was like, fair enough. Here's what I actually really did want. This is the Flesh Golem. Now, I know a lot of people have been giving this thing so much crap on its making, but remember, Flesh Golems are basically Frankensteins, okay? They aren't supposed to be beautifully single-colored, like, there are different skins being used here. I see, like, very dark-skinned hand, a dark-skinned arm, dark-skinned leg, dark-skinned back of the torso. You're like, it's supposed to look like that. These guys are not supposed to be one single flesh color because they're made from different parts. So, I mean, having that's not weird. And we have another one here. I think I already have, but I really do want more of these guys because I do love these little guys. Their sculpt is so cool. The Fire Newt, this is 12A, so the sword variant. I think I don't have the Fireball yet, but as you can see there with that light hitting him just right, he's just getting a little bit of a glow to him because he has a slight translucency to their skin. Really awesome mini. I love these guys. These are great PCs or NPCs in the group to come across. Really awesome. For the end. Let's see what we got here. Another tiny one. Oh, yep. We have the one I was actually kind of hoping to get. The Tressum. The small little cat sphinx. I call them cat sphinxes because pretty much what they are. They're basically like a tiny sphinx. But these are great familiars for your wizard. So if your wizard in the group needs a familiar, great little mini to get a hold of because then they can have that represent it. I mean, if they don't want a fairy dragon or a pseudo dragon, they can always get one of these little guys. And I did get a dupe, so got a second one. Sculpts look pretty much about the same. They're pretty good looking. I think one's head slightly dark, the other's one slightly brighter in the chest. So, there's a little variation there. I did get one of these guys. Got a nice little Velociraptor. This is the green variety Velociraptor, which is 5A. I do only have the red ones at this current moment, so nice little raptor here. Always going to get more little dinosaurs if you want a pack of raptors to jump the party and maybe harass them and stuff like that. And we did get this little guy, the Red Cap. Aggressive little gnomish-sized critters that like to dip their caps in your blood. And they reproduce by budding, as their lore states, and that's a little weird. They just have lumps that pop off, and they become new red caps. And sickle blades here, these probably carving up your blood. Aggressive little guy. He's really cool, though. I mean, cool little guy, nice little addition. Maybe he hangs out with goblins because the goblins bring him blood. I don't know. And then I did get another of the Materi goblins. This is the regular head variant, so now I got like 3 of these guys. So some more goblins for me, which isn't a bad thing if I want to have a nice horde of goblins. And then I did get one that everyone has been ripping on, the Zorbo. The Zorbo here, my Zorbo here looks a little different than the picture I've seen of them with a very white face. I kind of think it looks better without that white face on it because it's got these nice little blue eyes on it that pop. And in reality, it's not that bad. I mean, I get everyone's like ripping on it horribly, going, these Zorbos look like trash. Ugh, why would I even pay for it? It's like, they're okay as maybe like a side creature your group comes across. Like, maybe if someone really wants to even be a Zorbo, which is like a weird little bear critter that's like, able to move around and kind of like an Ewok. But then I got one here. This one I never thought I'd ever get because I've heard the drop rates for these guys is hard. It is the Nothic, which is the intellectual, hungry, one-eyed creature that is super hungry for information. Like, they like to study and absorb information, basically. Like, if you put them in a library, they'll read every single book. Like, they just like to do that. I don't think they speak human. I think they actually speak, like, psionically. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you see these guys, like, hanging around Mind Flayer trying to, suck off the knowledge and, like, oh, that does that. More knowledge for me. So, I mean, this is all I got here today, guys. As you can see, not a bad pull here. I mean, obviously the Ramirez is not part of it due to him being a order from the internet, from eBay. So, but still got him though. So, I mean, it's awesome. Got another one of the big dogs from the Mad Mage here, and I got a cool creature nonetheless. He is rare. Like, his drop rate is very low as well as the Nothics. Yeah, so I mean, I got some pretty cool dudes here. Maybe I'll do some touching up on some later, something like that. But really cool. So anyway, like normal guys, please do check out the podcast for the Dice and Dummies, which I am a member of. And currently we are in the jungles of the dinosaurs, if you've been keeping up to our newest episode. And if you do want to check us out, we are on iTunes. Please do give us a review. We always need reviews. We just absolutely need them. If you want to shoot us questions that way, we'll definitely read them live, or live as we record. As we record. Just got to make sure we point that fact out. Yeah, and if you want to get a hold of any of the members of the cast, we do like to put all of our Twitter accounts on there if you want to get a hold of us separately and ask us any questions, or just like, oh yeah, your character's awesome. I mean, as you know so far, I'm at 01 Berserker. If you want to get a hold of me, I play Bardus, the mighty saber-toothed Tybaxian barbarian mercenary. Yeah, a lot of mouthful there, but yeah. So anyway, guys, that's all. Stay tuned for any more unboxings in the future and any reviews I decide to do. So, bye-bye, and enjoy the greatness of Dungeons & Dragons.